Omicron is spreading like wildfire. Even after wearing masks, lot of people are getting infected. So you might ask, do masks work against Omicron? And the answer is yes. Masks work against Omicron provided you wear the correct mask in a correct way. So let's understand which mask will work best against Omicron. I will talk about cloth mask, surgical mask, N95 and KN95 masks. Masks are made to contain droplets and particles when you breathe, cough or sneeze out, so that you don't spread any of your droplets to the others. And if you're wearing a very good fitting mask, it will also give some protection from the particles spread by others, including virus causing COVID-19. So, mask imparts protection. Now let's talk about different masks. Cloth masks are made of variety of fabrics and they do not have any health standard. So how good a cloth mask will be depends on the number of layers and the type of material. Even at the best condition, a cloth mask will block 10 to 30% of the aerosol sized particles. And this less protection is not going to work for Omicron. So single cloth mask is not going to give you much protection against Omicron. Having said that, please remember that some mask is better than no mask. So if nothing is available, please wear a cloth mask, preferably 2 masks. Let's see some better options. The other better option is surgical mask. Surgical mask is a loose-fitting disposable mask. It creates a barrier between the mouth and nose of the person wearing it with the immediate environment. Surgical masks have to undergo health standard test. Remember that surgical masks are not tight-fitting masks, so there will be some leakage. On an average, we can say it imparts 50% protection when worn correctly, covering the mouth and the nose completely. It blocks large particle droplets, mainly that might contain germ. It will also help reduce exposure of your saliva and respiratory secretion to the others. Note that surgical mask will not block small particles in the air that may be transmitted by cough, sneeze. And we know that most of the SARS-CoV-2 viral particles are transmitted through coughing, sneezing, and even talking, and these are small particles. So surgical mask will not give complete protection. However, it will give better protection compared to cloth mask. Surgical masks are disposable and single-use masks. You are not supposed to reuse them. You can have better protection by combining a good fit cloth mask with a surgical mask. Wear the surgical mask first, on top of that wear the cloth mask. You can also use a fitter or a brace. In this way, you are better protected. Now let's talk about N95 mask. Actually, they are called respirators. Respirators are made to protect you by filtering the air which you are breathing in, including SARS-CoV-2 virus. They also contain droplets and particles you breathe, cough or sneeze out so that you do not spread them to the others. So it protects both who is wearing it and also the others nearby. N95 filters about 95% of the airborne particles and thus it imparts very good protection. They are designed to keep out not only respiratory droplets but also smaller aerosol particles that can carry infectious agents and float for a long time in the air. Another name I am sure you have heard is KN95. So is there any difference between KN95 and N95? The answer is yes and no. Both filters out 95% particles of the air, but they are different in their certification. KN95 are manufactured by China and thus they are subject to different certification, while N95 is certified by NIOSH US. So it is advised that when you buy N95 mask, please look for NIOSH approved. According to the American Conference of Government Industrial Hygienists, if both people are wearing cloth masks, the COVID-19 infection will spread within 27 minutes. If one person is wearing a N95 mask and the other is not wearing any mask, COVID virus can be transmitted to the other in at least 2.5 hours. And if both the individuals are wearing N95 masks, then the virus will take 25 hours to spread. That's a long time. Hope now it's very easy for you to understand the difference. No mask means no protection. Cloth mask gives some amount of protection. Surgical mask will give much better protection. Cloth mask and surgical mask together gives better protection than cloth mask. N95 mask gives maximum protection. So does it mean we should all wear N95 mask? Ideally, yes, and that will minimize the viral spread. But in reality, that is not possible. First of all, we have to keep in mind that first priority for N95 mask is for the healthcare workers. They should not run out of N95 mask. On the other hand, if we wear N95 mask, less people will be infected and we can stop overwhelming the hospitals. CDC recommended when to wear N95 mask for common people. When caring for someone who is sick with COVID-19, if you are at increased risk of illness like immunocompromised, older adult and people with certain underlying health conditions, when working in a job where you interact with large number of public, especially when not everyone is consistently wearing masks, like bus driver, grocery store worker, when riding planes, bus, trains or other public transport, when physical distancing is not possible or crowded indoor or outdoor public setting, and you should wear mask even if you are vaccinated. Because we know that vaccines are not giving much protection against Omicron infection. They are protecting against the severe disease. Please remember, do not wear mask with valves. And this is very important to keep in mind because then you are spreading the virus through the valve. That's not desired. N95 mask can be used multiple times, and after taking off, keep the mask in a well-ventilated place, and once you feel that you cannot breathe properly, then you should discard the mask and take a new one. Never wear a mask which makes you feel suffocated. Whatever mask you are wearing, it should fit correctly and should be worn properly. Wearing mask with nose open or putting the mask on the chin or on the head is just equivalent to not wearing a mask. So a request to everyone, please wear the mask correctly. Moreover, do not use mask which is damaged or wet. So do you think wearing mask should be mandatory? And what mask do you prefer? Let me know in the comment. If you ask me, I personally feel if one has no medical condition that stops from wearing mask, one should wear mask, and in this Omicron wave, N95 is the most preferred mask for me. CDC recommends mask wearing for 2 years and older who is not vaccinated or not up to date on vaccine should wear mask in indoor public settings. Even if you are vaccinated, you should wear mask in high transmission areas. Thank you.